Why does rain fall? The magical journey of every drop. Have you ever paused during a rainy day? Not to run for cover, but to simply listen. To watch how the world changes under grey skies. Something deep inside us stirs when we see rain. It brings memories, emotions, and sometimes questions. But one of the biggest is this. Why does rain fall? Why does water, which usually flows downward in rivers or sits calmly in lakes, suddenly rise into the sky, only to fall again? To understand this, we need to dive into one of the most beautiful systems on Earth, the water cycle. It all begins with heat, not fire, but sunlight. The sun, far away in the sky, warms the oceans, rivers, lakes, and even puddles. When water gets warm enough, it turns into vapor, tiny, invisible molecules that lift into the air. You can't see them, but they're there, floating upward, carried by the wind. That's the process of evaporation. But as this vapor rises higher, it meets colder air. And cold air doesn't hold as much moisture. So what happens next? The vapor turns back into liquid, into tiny drops, too small to fall, but enough to form clouds. This is condensation. Clouds might look soft and fluffy, but inside them is a powerful gathering of countless droplets. As more water condenses, those droplets bump into each other, grow larger, and begin to weigh more. Gravity doesn't forget them. Eventually, when the droplets become heavy enough, they fall, and we call this final part precipitation. Rain, snow, sleet, or hail, depending on the temperature. But rain isn't just a scientific chain reaction. It's a rhythm, an ancient heartbeat of the planet. Indigenous peoples danced for it, prayed for it, and sang songs in its name. Farmers wait for it, plants reach for it, and deserts dream of it. Rain is more than water. It's nourishment. It wakes up the seeds in the soil, fills rivers that quench the thirst of animals, and cleanses the air, washing away dust and pollution. It connects the sky to the earth, the clouds to the oceans, and nature to itself. And yet, not every place receives the same amount of rain. Some regions are soaked almost daily, while others see barely a few drops each year. Why? It depends on geography, wind patterns, mountains, oceans, and even human influence. For example, warm ocean currents can bring heavy rains to coastal areas, while tall mountains can block moisture, creating dry deserts on one side and lush forests on the other. Then there's acid rain, a tragic result of industrial pollution, where harmful gases mix with water vapor and fall back to Earth, damaging forests and lakes. This reminds us that the rain we love can also suffer because of the choices we make. Still, nature is resilient, and rain, when clean, remains one of the purest gifts this world offers. Let's also not forget how rain influences our emotions. A rainy day can feel melancholic, but it can also invite peace and introspection. Writers and poets often use rain as a symbol of renewal or sadness. Think about how many movies have characters standing in the rain at a moment of change or realization. It's as if the sky is crying with us, or for us, or perhaps cleansing something within us. But here's something even more amazing. The very drop of rain falling on your window right now may have once been part of an ancient glacier, or even inside a dinosaur millions of years ago. Because the Earth's water doesn't disappear, it cycles endlessly. The water in your cup, the drop on a leaf, the mist in the air, it's all part of the same ancient journey. Rain is a traveler. It's been everywhere, seen everything, and keeps moving. And that, ultimately, is the beauty of rain. It's science, it's story, it's emotion, it's survival. So the next time you hear the gentle tap of raindrops on the roof, or the roar of a thunderstorm outside your window, take a moment, close your eyes, breathe in the scent of wet earth, and remember, you are witnessing one of the oldest, most essential dances on earth, one that began before us and will continue long after.